Yes? Yes. Everything is going all according to plan. I see no issues with the upcoming ritual, assuming that my idiot brother can deal with that little nuisance. What was his name again? Whitney? Winston? Well, it doesn't really matter, but as I was saying, everything will be prepared soon for the... Ah, that must be the new help. Let's hope they last longer than our last caretaker. Yes, very good. Okay then, until next we speak. Ta-ta. Come in. Let me stop you right there. First rule of my home, you are only to speak when you are spoken to. This is my home and I find it much more peaceful without a lot of pointless chatter. Well, I suppose I can forgive you just once, since it is your first day on the job. But from here on out, I expect you to carry out your duties with silent obedience. Is that understood? Splendid. Assuming your silence persists, I believe we may get along famously. I will give credit where credit is due. You certainly do clean up nicely. I give you top marks. In presentation at least. But, in the spirit of being thorough, how about you give us a turn, yes? Yes, a turn. Turn around and show us a full 360 degrees of your attire. Splendid. And you even remembered to bow at the end. Such a dedicated student you must have been at the academy. Oh, please, dear servant, do not insult me. Of course I know about the institute. You aren't anywhere close to my first hired help. And I can say with all certainty that you will not be my last. Especially if you continue to speak to me so casually. Well, if nothing else, they did teach you to grovel appropriately. I cannot fault you for your form when you are asking for forgiveness. Such a fine vintage. Such a decadent flavor. Such a rich body. And what exactly are you looking at, You wouldn't want some of this wine, would you? I suppose I could give you a small taste of it. Oh, come on, did you honestly think I would waste such a fine wine as this on such a peon as yourself? Oh my. Oh, I can't tell you the last time I had that much of a laugh. Perhaps I should fire you as my hired help and rehire you as my jester. You certainly know just how to make me laugh. But as I do hope you can overlook this brief break of character. But as I was saying, your duty is to clean. I acknowledge that you look the part, but I believe you will quickly find that I am a very demanding mistress. In this manner you will be held responsible for not only the cleaning and the upkeep of my own living quarters, but as well that of my dearest daughters. A simple task, in theory, but one that is found to be much more difficult, given my daughter's more precarious habits. Try as I might to rein them in and have them act as civilized young ladies, they do have a habit of playing with the stuff. Oh, for God's sake, you dirty little gremlin. Whatever nasty little thoughts you're having about my daughters, you had best be rid of. Even though I have no doubt that you aren't nowhere near enough to satisfy them. I shall not accept a worker who is distracted by lustful thoughts of my daughters. Or perhaps myself. Dirty little thing. Yes, you promise you won't get any ideas. Oh my, if I had the ruble for every time I heard that one. Oh, just keep your sensitive bits inside of your trousers, and we will be just fine. Now then, come with me, if you are still set on being my newest plaything. I mean, caretaker. Then I see no reason I shouldn't introduce you to your job. Here we are, the courtyard. It may not be so impressive to you, but I love it. The wind on my skin, the sun, ever so choked by shadows and foliage. Such a magnificent place. This is what I would call a primary zone of importance, as I am so fond of it. You are to keep this area well nourished, well lit, and free of any and all weeds. Anyways, yes, keep this area clean, or else. Now then, moving on. This is the main floor level. This is where you will be doing the majority of cleaning. This area includes many entrances, which are only usable via convoluted puzzles, usually requiring the use of very unique and afterwards very useless items. Don't pay any mind to that though. Those items are only necessary for idiots who don't work here. Lastly, you will be solely responsible for the cleaning and maintaining of my bedchambers. Quit looking around, you little monster. You needn't concern yourself with what is in my room. Only understand that my chambers are to be kept immaculate. I am such a delicate woman, and my skin simply cannot stand resting in dirty sheets. Good slave. If you can recall these rules, then we will have no issues. Do you have any questions? Please note that this will be my first, last, and only offer to answer your questions before you enter or refuse my employee. Funny you should mention that. I actually had a helper who was very good at naughty games recently. As for our situation... No, you are here to work. No other questions? Funny you should mention that. Why yes, I do have a peculiar smile. It must be these lovely canines I have. They're not only beautiful but also functional. Well, yes, I in fact would love to use you as a demonstration. Best to hold still during this. Wriggle too much and you might get blood on my dress. And we wouldn't want that. Mm. Mm. Not bad at all. Zero positive? Could also be a B negative. Well, no matter. But you see, it wasn't so bad, was it? From the look on your face, you rather enjoyed it. And also, with that, you are officially marked as my property. Wonderful. Well, I do believe that is all the time I care to waste on you for now. You start your work immediately. It was a minute, wasn't it? You managed to listen until the end? Thank you. And now I believe I should thank my kind sponsors from Patreon. I thank all of you, but especially I would like to mention Blank, Randy, Diet Jelly, Filthy Degenerate, General Damien James Skullcrusher, Lord Butano, Martyr, McNugget 420, Prophet Tentacles, Rafi, SO47, and Sloshy. Until next time, ta-ta!